Next topic in solid states is close packing in crystals. When particles of crystals they are packed and that packing will be close as we can pack them, that is called close packing in crystals. To understand this topic, first we are taking close packing in one dimension, and then we'll extend it to two dimension and then to the three dimension. So when particles are packed in one dimension, how we'll pack these particles? We'll pack these particles placing them one by one touching to each other in a row. There's only one way to pack the particles here. It's like this. In a row we are packing them touching each other. We are assuming the particles here are like spheres and these approximately are of the same size. And what we get here is a row. So in one dimension, only one way we have to arrange the particles close to each other. After this one dimension, we are getting the close packing in two dimensions. In two dimension, we have to pack the rows. Now how we'll pack the rows? There are two ways. First is this one, and then we are taking the second way like this. Now this row we have got. Now how we'll pack the rows? One way is another row particles we are just placing under the first row particles. Like this, all the rows we can pack. In this arrangement, one particle is touched by how many more particles? This particle is touching it. This particle is touching it. This one and this one. Total 4 particles are touching this one particle. So this kind of arrangement that we'll get is called square close packing arrangement. We have particles of the rows, they are vertically aligned and they are horizontally also aligned to each other. Now next arrangement is when we are placing the rows, second row we are placing under this one, the particles we place in these depressions of the first row, these depressions which are there, in these depressions so as to cover the empty space as much as we can. Next row particles under these depressions. In this arrangement, see one particle here is touched by how many more particles? Six particles. This kind of arrangement is called hexagonal close packing arrangement. So when we are doing the close packing in two dimensions, two type of arrangements are possible: square close packing and hexagonal close packing. In square close pack arrangement, the coordination number is 4 and here coordination number is 6. Now what is coordination number? The number of particles touching one particle here, that is called coordination number. So 4 particles are touching this particle, so coordination number is 4. And here 6 particles are touching this one, so coordination number is 6. So in two dimensional, the coordination number in square close packing is 4, and in hexagonal close packing is 6. So after this, now we are extending this arrangement to the 3 dimensions. Close packing in 3 dimensions. Now to have the three-dimensional arrangement, we are choosing hexagonal close packing. If you see these structures, you can make out yourself only. This is more close pack arrangement because here the size of these voids is big and here the size of the voids is small. That means more of the space is utilized here by packing the particles close to each other. So this is a more close packed arrangement. So to have the three-dimensional arrangement, we are taking the hexagonal close packing. So if we take the hexagonal close packing, suppose this layer that we have got, this is the first layer in 2 dimension. In hexagonal close packing, this layer we are choosing is a first layer and I'm labeling this as A layer. The brown color, these particles, these are of the first layer labeled as A layer. And if we see this layer carefully, we'll find there are 2 types of the voids in it. Voids means the interstitial spaces, the spaces which are vacant here, empty here. Between these spheres here, these are voids between the spheres. And second ones are under the spheres. If you see it, this is just like a triangle. Between the spheres, these voids are like a triangle. I'm labeling these voids as A voids. And there are voids under the spheres also. This is like a opposite triangle like this. Inverted triangle. These voids I am labeling as B voids. Now to have a close packed arrangement, we should try to cover these voids as much as it is possible. And that is possible by keeping the particles of the layer, of the next layer that we have to place above this. These particles we are placing above this. The next layer particles will be above this. So by keeping the particles, we are making the layers. And for that we are using these voids. So either we can place the particles of next layer above A voids or above the B voids. So choose any one voids. I'm using these green ones, B voids I'm choosing for example. So if I keep the particles above these like this, covering up these voids, I'm getting the second layer. So what we will get here is a second layer by placing the particles above which voids, B voids which were under the spheres. So this is a second layer formed called B layer. A layer and B layer we have got. Now after this, again if we see the layers carefully, of course it will not be visible in this one because it is becoming very complicated now. If we want to place the particles of next layer above this B layer, again here there will be 2 kind of voids between the spheres and under the spheres. Between the spheres, label these voids as C voids, and under the spheres label these voids as D voids. If we try to place the particles above the C voids or above the D voids, the arrangement will be different. In first layer A or B voids, we choose to have the B layer, then same kind of arrangement we were getting, either fill the A void or B void. But now for the third layer, if we try to fill the C voids or D voids, arrangement will be different. Now it will not be clear in this diagram because three-dimensional structure will be difficult to understand here. So to understand the third layer, I am taking up the bangles to explain this. See, this is one row first of all I'm forming. One dimensional arrangement we are doing first of all. By keeping the particles touching each other in straight line like this, we will get one row. This is one dimensional arrangement. Now, two dimensional arrangement is we will place the particles like this, vertically aligned and horizontally aligned to the first row particles. So next row we are forming like this. This is the arrangement. Now, second kind of arrangement, like I told you, is another possibility in two-dimensional arrangement is particles of the next row we are keeping under these, the voids, the depressions which are formed here to cover these depressions like this. Now you can make out yourself, just see the size of this void here and size of these voids here. Here the size is small, that means this is a more close packed arrangement. The above one is the square close packed arrangement and this below one is called the hexagonal close packed arrangement. Now after doing this thing, the hexagonal close pack and the square close pack arrangement, to have the three-dimensional arrangement we are choosing the hexagonal close pack because this is the more close pack arrangement. So we are removing the square close pack arrangement and we are taking the hexagonal close pack arrangement by keeping the particles in the depressions of the first row like this. So hexagonal close pack arrangement, and coordination number here is how much? That is 6. See, one particle here is touched by how many more particles? This one particle touched by how many more particles? By 6 particles. So coordination number here is 6. Now for three-dimensional arrangement, we have to form the second layer. This is your first layer, A layer. To form the second layer, just see now, it will be more clear to you. Between these spheres, these voids, triangular voids, label these as A voids. And under the spheres, these voids, this inverted triangle that is formed here, these voids are your B voids. So two type of voids are formed here, A voids and B voids. I am labeling these as A voids which are formed between the spheres. Then another kind of voids are under the spheres which are B voids. Under the spheres are the B voids. These are the B voids, and these are the A voids. Now either cover the A voids or B voids for second layer, the arrangement will be same only. So anyone we can choose. I am taking the B voids. So to cover this, placing the particle over the B voids. This is a second layer formed. We call this as B layer. The first one is A layer and this blue one is the second layer formed, which is the B layer. Now see this layer. You find again two type of voids here. Between these spheres here, these are suppose your C voids, C voids. I'm using a dot here of brown color. C voids between the spheres, these voids, they are formed here. And another kind of voids are under the spheres here. See, just above the A void here, under the sphere, above the A void, more voids are formed. These are actually called octahedral voids. These are the octahedral voids that we'll do afterwards. So under the spheres here, these ones. So now we have a choice either to cover the C voids or to cover the D voids. So here I told you the arrangement will be different if we'll cover the C voids or if we'll cover the D voids. Let's cover these C voids, the brown ones. If I try to cover this to form the third layer, see, this particle that I'm keeping, these particles are just coming over the A layer particles, the first layer particles. See, they are just aligned. Above this only we have the particles of third layer. Third layer is your C layer. This is your C layer. These particles are just coming over the first layer. This arrangement is called A-B arrangement, because first layer is A, second is B, third layer is again coming over the first layer. So A, B and then A, and next one will be the B layer. So A, B type of arrangement. But if we try to cover the D voids, the ones which are with the green dot here, see here, if I'll place the particles here, then a different layer is formed. You can see all the layer particles here, the red, blue, yellow, all three. So this kind of arrangement that we'll get is called A, B, C, because all the three layers are different here, A, B, C, but after that again we'll get the A layer. So this is called ABC kind of arrangement. So in three-dimensional, two type of arrangements are possible, AB type of arrangement and ABC type of arrangement. And in the arrangement, you will get two kind of voids. These voids are tetrahedral and octahedral. So somewhere you find tetrahedral and somewhere you find the octahedral voids. Octahedral voids are formed by the 6 particles. So this I'll explain to you afterwards again. So coming back to this part now, see, we were on the second layer, B layer, and now in the B layer, in the blue one, again two type of voids are there which are not clear in this structure, but we have done that here also. We will have the voids between the spheres C and under the spheres D. If we'll cover the C voids or the D voids, arrangement will be different. We are getting two type of arrangements here by placing the third layer, AB type of arrangement, and second one is ABC kind of arrangement. Both the arrangements are equally close packed arrangements. Both are equally close packed